Hello, everybody. It's Memorial Day weekend. Among other things, means racing. So I thought I'd do a YRL Division One race. Division Two is off this week. They got 4 weeks that they'll be off, and this is the first week that they have an off week. So we'll have YRL Division One race number 6 at Martinsville, Virginia. So let's shuffle the cards up here and see how many TV drivers we'll have. We got Steve R, who won last week's race. He'll be a TV driver. And we'll see how many more we got. And pick what positions the TV drivers are starting from. So here we go. We'll have 6 more. So number 14 spot will be a TV driver. Number 19 will be a TV driver. 37th spot will be a TV driver. 18th will be a TV driver. 15th will be a TV driver. And the last one will be the 5th spot, be a TV driver. And if Steve R isn't in one of them spots, we'll have 7 TV drivers. And we'll reshuffle and get the starting line up here for the day's 250-mile race at Martinsville on a short track. Alrighty, we'll shuffle up the drivers. And we'll put them in a bag. And we'll get the starting lineup for today's race. Alrighty. First up, be the 38th spot. Let's see who's going to start 38th. That'll be Sean D in the 33 car. Okay. Next up, starting 24th, will be Michael P, starting 24th in the 73 car. Starting 13th, lucky 13, will be Big Don in the 5 car. Starting 10th, will be Bobby Catalino, starting 10th in the 20 car. Starting 32nd, will be Chris Strat Delaware in the 76 car, 32nd. Starting 17th, be yours truly, Dwayne Marks in the 21 car. Starting 16th will be Michael B. in the 1 car. Starting 7th is Darla in the 14 car. I think that's where she finished the last race at after dominating. She led the most laps last race. I think she finished 7th. She's starting 7th. See if she can move up. Starting 41st is Keith White. Starting 21st is Roger Ward in a 24 car. Starting 23rd is Dave Little in the 45 car. Starting 15th, which is a TV driver, will be Jim Cutter in the 68 car. Alrighty. Starting at 11th is Danny and Gray in the 42 car. Starting 36th is Tim Tribe-Fan in the 26 car. Starting 20th is Clinton Parks in the 88 car. Starting 39th is Alex in the 23 car. Starting 19th, which is a TV driver, will be Devin O.G. in the 28 car. Starting on the pole, see who our pole winner is here. Pole winner is Dez in the 96 car. Starting 12th is David Demos in the 17 car. Starting 35th is last week's winner, Steve R, and he'll be a TV driver in the 25 car. Starting 25th is defending champ P-Jet in a 44 car. Starting 33rd is Troy Carter in the 55 car. Starting 40th whoa, two of them come out, put one back. Starting 40th is the 88 of H. Hess. We got here. Starting 31st is Bobby B in the 69 car. Starting 30th is D. Scott Howard in the 13 car. Starting 27th is Amish Elvis in the 00 car. Starting 42nd is G-Puck in the 22 car. Starting 14th, that'll be a TV driver, will be Alan Shaw in the 11 car. Starting on the outside of the pole will be Glenn P in the 4 car. Starting 5th, another TV driver, be Ken Castro in the 92 car. Starting shotgun to the field, last but definitely not least, is G.B. Gorman in the 79 car. Starting ninth will be 68 car Candy. .37th, another TV driver, will be Sarah Reynolds in the 97 car. Starting 37th. Starting 22nd is the 34 car of Hammer Time. Hey, how's it going, Phil? Starting 8th will be Rob in the 18 car. Starting 18th, last TV driver will be Double D in the Deuce, the 2 car. Oh, hope you're feeling well, bud. Starting 28th is Glenn B in the 23 car. Starting 29th is 19 of Phantomatic. Starting 29th. Starting 6th. Well, that's good. Starting 6th in the 12 car is MP Fox. Starting 34th will be Paul Govier in the 55 car. And starting 26th in the 1 car will be Keith Avalon. Starting 4th will be Bobby R. Wells in the 62 car. And that means starting 3rd will be the 9 car of Fast Eddie Chilton. Alrighty, starting lineup here for the Martinsville race. The 96 Cortez is on the pole. 4 car Glen P second. 9 car of Chilton's third. 62 of Wills is fourth. Starting fifth is Ken Castro. Starting sixth is MP Fox. Starting seventh is Darla. Starting eighth is Rob. Starting ninth is Candy. Starting 10th is Catalina. Starting 11th is Danny and Gray. Starting 12th is Demos. Starting 13th is Big Don. Starting 14th is Shaw. Starting 15th is Jim Cutter. Starting 16th is Michael B. Starting 17th is yours truly, Marks. Starting 18th is Double D. Starting 19th is Devin OG. Starting 20th is Parks. Starting 21st is Ward. Starting 22nd is Hammer Time. Starting 23rd is Little. Starting 24th is Michael P. Starting 25th is P-Jet. Starting 26th is Keith Avalon. Starting 27th is Amish Elvis. Starting 28th is Glenn B. Starting 29th is Fanomatic. Starting 30th is D. Scott Howard. Starting 31st is Bob B. Starting 32nd is Chris Strat Delaware. Starting 33rd is Troy Carter. Starting 34th is Paul Govier. Starting 35th is Steve R. Starting 36th is Tribe Fan. Starting 37th is Sarah Reynolds. Starting 38th is Sean D. Starting 39th is Alex. Starting 40th is Hess. Starting 41st is White. Starting 42nd is G-Puck and Shotgun to the Field. Starting 43rd is Gorman. And here we go with Des bringing us to the green flag here at Martinsville. Turn number 1. It'll be top group trouble and a problem in the top group to start the race already. Trouble and a problem. So here we go. Let's see. Des needs escape of an 8. Is there any modifiers? There's a -1 for repair. So an 8 to escape. He makes it through. Next up is Glenn P. needs a 7. He makes it through. Fast Eddie needs an 8. He gets it. Next up is BR needs a 5. He gets it. Next up is Ken. He needs an 8. He gets it. Next up is Fox needs a 7. He gets it. And last car is Darla needs an 8. And she gets it. So everybody makes it through, so there won't be no caution. And now we got to see who has the problem in the top group. We got a problem in the top group. And it'll be the leader. Roll double sixes boxcar. The leader has a problem. Des has a tire rub dropped to the front of the bottom group. So he got all squirrely and jacked the field up. But everybody is able to miss him. Amazing here at Martinsville. We'll see who moves up into the top and middle group. Rob can't move up. Candy does. And let's see who moves up to the middle group. And Clinton Park moves up. So Des goes from 1st to 20th. And Glenn P gets the lead here. On to turn number 2. Like I say, everybody was able to avoid the wreck. And we got a middle group of heat. First up is Parks, just got in the middle group. See if he can move up to the top. A 4, no he won't. Next up is OG. A 2, 3, 1. The 1 won't get him up there. Everybody in the top group has at least one break. And Alan Shaw's up now. He gets a 6. He's not moving up. Danny and Gray with a shot. Gets a 3, 4, 6. Takes over 5th from MP Fox. Goes from 10th to 5th. And that'll be the last car in that middle group with heat on to turn number 3. And we got a top group of Star in the top group. Candy is a star. Glenn P isn't. So it takes a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to beat him. Candy with a 5, not happening. And the last one in the top group of Star is old Fast Eddie. He gets a 5, so that's not happening. Everybody's holding position. Hard to pass here at Martinsville today. Here we go to turn number 4. Again, we got a top group of heat this time. First up is Darla. She dominated last week. Gets a 2 and a 6. Darla takes the lead from Glenn P here on turn 4. Gets that 14 car up in the lead. Danny and Gray with a shot. It takes a 4, 5, or 6 to beat Darla since she has the heat quality. A 2, 2 didn't happen. And Fast Eddie with a shot here. A 5, 1. Nope, Darla holds him off on to turn number 5. We got a bottom group of heat. Heat in the bottom group. First up is Hess in the 88 car. A 3. Oh, wrong dice. Let's get the right dice. 5, not happening. Next up is Alex in the 23 car. A 3, 6, 3. Gets Parks, goes from 39th up to 19th. Picks up 20 big positions. Next up is Sean D. A 6, not happening. Sarah Reynolds with a shot to move up. Gets a 1, 1, 5. Goes from 37th up to 9th. Takes Bobby back to 37th. Steve R, last week's winner, trying to get out of the bottom group. Gets a 3, 2, 2. And gets demos. Steve R gets demos and goes from 35th up to 11th. Next up is Troy Carter trying to get out of the back. Gets a 4, not happening. Next up is Chris Stratt. A 3, 1, 5. And he gets Sarah. She didn't stay up there very long. Chris Stratt goes from 32nd up to 9th. Michelle was in that 00 car. Next up, a 2, 4, 4. Gets Jim Cutter, goes from 37th up to 14th. A lot of movement here in the back. Guys must have had rough qualifying, but fast cars. P-Jet doesn't make it. The last one is our pole setter, Des, back here in 20th. He gets a 5, not happening. Go to turn number 6 here at Martinsville. And we got a pedal to the metal on turn 6. And it'll be the 31st place car starting it. That'll be Bobby B. Let's see if anybody joins him. Sarah Reynolds up. No, it'll be a 1 car Train going after D. Scott Howard and doesn't get him. D. Scott holds him off. We go to the pits here on turn 7. And it'll be a top group 2 and 4 switch. Alrighty. And here we go with the top group. Darla needs a 4 to get a chip. Doesn't get it. Fast Eddie needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Danny and Gray needs a 6. Doesn't get it. King Castro needs a 4. Doesn't get it. BR needs a 7. And gets it. BR gets a chip. Glenn P needs a 6. He gets it. And last is Candy with a 5. And she doesn't get it. So we got 2 drivers with chips here in the top group. After the first pit stop. See if anybody beat Darla out of the pits here. A 4 and a 4. Nope. Danny couldn't beat her out of the pits. Darla's crew did a good job getting her out. We move on to turn 8. 25 here today. Another pedal to the metal. And this time it'll be the 15th place car. It'll be Steve R. See if I can join him here. Yes. See if Double D joins him. No, it'll just be us two. 2-man train going after MP Fox. We get MP going after Allen. Get Allen going after Big Don. Get Big Don going after Michael B. No, Michael B stops us. We pick up 3 spots. Go from 15th up to 12th and 16th up to 13th. Here on turn 8. Turn number 9. And we got top group of skill in the top group. Ken Castro has skill. Darla doesn't, so it'll take a 3, 4, or 5 to beat her. A 6 and a 3, no. Danny and Gray up next. A 3, 3. Danny and Gray gets the lead here on turn 9 from Darla, the 42 car. Finds the lead. And BR Wells has a chip and skill. So as long as he don't roll triples, he'll get the lead. A 2-2, so he'll need to burn his chip, but he does get the lead from Danny. 62 car leading now. Here on turn 9. Getting ready to start turn 10. We got a middle group of Star in the middle group. Any stars? First one up is Devin OG. A 2-6-3, a 3-2, a 3-6-2 rather. Candy has Star, holds him off. Double D's up. Gets a 3-3-6. Gets Fast Eddie. Double D goes from 17th up to 4th. Next up is Steve R. Last week's winner. Trying to move up. Gets a 1-1-3. Takes over second from Danny and Gray. Steve R. doing well in 2 weeks in a row. Michael B. up next. Gets a 1-4-3. Gets Darla. Darla goes from 5th back to 11th. Michael B. making a move. Last one in this group with Star is Chris Strat Delaware. Gets a 6. He's not going nowhere. Here we go to turn number 11. And we got another pedal to the metal. And it'll be the 15th place car. It'll be Alan Shaw. And let's see if anybody joins him. Michael MP Fox does. Fast Eddie, he does. Devin OG, he doesn't. So it'll be a 3-man train. First up is Big Don. Gets past Big Don. Can I make his Ford wide? They're going after me. No, they get past me. Going after Danny and Gray. They get past him. Going after Darla. They get past her. Amish Elvis up next. And he stops them. They pass 4 cars. Goes from 17th up to 11th. Going to turn number 12. Another pedal to the metal. Another one. And this time it'll be the 28th place car. 28th, Glenn B starting the train. Anybody join him? No. 1-man train going after Jim Cutter. And gets him. Going after Keith Avalon. Gets him. Going after P-Jet. And P-Jet stomps him. He picks up 2 spots. Want to turn number 13. Another pedal to the metal. And this time it'll be the 17th place car. Big Don after being moved back. Can Devin OG join him? Yes. Alex. No. 2-man train going after Danny and Gray. And Danny stops him. Doesn't let him by. Turn 14. Just past the halfway point. We got a top group of 9. That's Star. Candy's a Star. And BR isn't, so it takes a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to beat him. A 5 and a 2, not happening. Next up is Michael B. A 5, 6, not happening. Double D. A 1, 4, Double D gets the lead from BR. Here on turn number 14. Double D in the deuce gets the lead. All righty. Glenn P has the chip, but no Star. Steve R, last week's winner, trying to get back up there in the lead. 3, 2, not happening. Double D holds him off. Turn 15. 100 miles to go. We got another pedal to the metal. And this time it'll be the 24th place car. Michael P starting the train. Here we go. Can P-Jet join? Yes, he does. Next up is Glenn B. He'll join the train. Keith Avalon, he joins up. Jim Cutter doesn't. We got a 4-man train going after Roger Ward. Gets him. Going after Hammer Time. Gets him. Dave Little doesn't. They pick up 2 spots. Hammer Time drops back to 26. Ward back to 27th. One more turn before the last pit stop. We got a top group. We'll have a problem and heat. We'll do the heat first. Glenn P with the chip has heat. So as long as he don't roll triples, he'll get the lead. 2-2, he'll need to burn the chip. Glenn P gets the lead here on turn number 16. 4 car. Gets the lead for the second time today. And Here comes Steve R knocking on the door again. It'll take a 4, 5, or 6 to beat Glenn B. No, 5. Now we see who has the problem in the top group. And it'll be Double D. Guess that's why he fell out of the lead here. He has a problem. It's a 65. Black smoke from underneath the hood. Roll for repair. Not looking good. We're in the middle part of the race. It'll take a 5, but we -1 a 4 to stay in the race. He gets it. Double D will stay in the race. We'll drop back to 43rd. We'll see who moves up. It's amazing. Every car is still running in the race. Here on turn number 16. See if Rob can move up to the top group. He does. He moves up here on the bottom. Doesn't. Little, no. Michael P, no. P-Jet, yes. P-Jet moves up to 19th from 23rd. Just that quick. Double D goes from leading the race to last, 43rd. And now pit stops. Last pit stop, money stop of the race. It'll be top group with a pit violation from Steve R. Steve R will have a pit violation. We'll go down to 43rd. It doesn't pay to be up front, it looks like. Everybody moves up with a pit violation. We'll see who can get a chip in the top group. And here we go. Let's see who can get some chips. Glenn P needs a 6. Gets it. BR needs a 7. Gets it. Looks like the crews are on top of their game. Michael B needs a 6. Doesn't get it. King Castro needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Candy needs a 5. Gets it. Rob needs a 5. Doesn't get it. And Delaware needs a 5 and doesn't get it. So we got 3 drivers in the top group with chips. Let's see if anybody beat Glenn P out of the pits. 3 and a 1. Michael B beats him out, but Glenn P is going to use his chip to hold him off. We go into turn number 18. 7 long turns to go. And we got a top group of Control. First time we've had Control come up today. Rob going after Glenn P. Needs a 4, 5, or 6 to beat him. Five, nope. King Castro going after the lead. 6, no. And Candy with the chip will get the lead. A 4, she'll need to use the chip. But BR has a chip also in Control. So it looks like BR, if you don't roll triples, will get the lead. '68 car Candy takes over the lead here on turn number 18. But like I say, BR's got that chip. And he'll need to use it. So all the chips are going just that quick. But BR's got the lead here with 18 turns into the race. Second time he's had the lead tonight. We go on to turn number 19. And we got a top group of trouble and a problem. and they just burnt those chips. That could have cost them. Let's see here. BR needs a 5 or lower to escape the wreck. Not happening. There's BR involved in the wreck. Next up is Candy, needs a 7. Not happening. She's involved. Glenn P needs a 7. He makes it through and he'll get the lead. Michael B needs a 6. He makes it through. Ken Castro needs an 8. He doesn't make it through, so we'll be going to the middle group. Rob needs a 7. Doesn't make it through. Chris Stratt needs an 8. Makes it through barely. Amish Elvis needs an 8. He gets it, makes it through. Alan Shaw needs an 8. Doesn't get it. Fast Eddie needs an 8. He gets it. MP Fox needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Darla needs an 8. She gets it. Yours truly needs a 9. I get it. Danny and Gray needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Big Don needs an 8. He doesn't get it. Yes, he does. Barely gets it. Sorry about that. Devin OG needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Alex needs a 6. Doesn't get it. P-Jet needs a 7. He gets it. Dez needs an 8. He gets it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in that group. So won't go to the bottom. Everybody will just move up here. We'll see how many cars are able to repair. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars involved in the wreck. And there is a -1 to repair. And we are in the last third of the race. So it'll take a 4 to survive. Alex is up first. Doesn't get it. Alex will finish 43rd in the race, the 23 car. Amazing. We're on turn number 19. And first car out of the race. That's pretty good for Martinsville. Next up is Devin OG. He doesn't make it through. He'll finish 42nd in the 28 car. Danny and Gray next. Doesn't make it through in the 42 car. He'll finish 41st. MP Fox doesn't make it through in the 12 car. Next up is Alan Shaw. He doesn't make it through either in the 11 car. He'll finish 39th. Rob's up next. He makes it through. Rob will make it through. They're able to fix the car. Next up is Ken Castro. He doesn't make it through in the 92 car. He'll finish 38th. Candy's up next. Doesn't make it through in the 68 car. Finishes 37th. And last is BR. And he doesn't make it through. 62. Wells finishes 36th after leading. So we got 35 cars still running. And that takes us to 22, turn 22, as Glenn Pete brings us to the green flag after the caution. And we got a middle group of Reflex. Reflex in the middle group. And D. Scott's up. Gets a 3-1-1. The one ain't going to work. Jim Cutter up next. Gets triples. Jim Cutter has a problem. A 24. Tire rub dropped to the front of the bottom group. We'll go back to 20th. Roger Ward up next. Gets a 4. He's not going nowhere. It's hammer time. Gets a 4. He's not going nowhere. Keith Avalon gets a 3-4-1. The one's not going to get him nowhere. Glenn B gets a 1-5-6. Takes over 6 from Darla. Darla drops back to 13th. Michael P up next. Gets a 4. Not going to happen. Dave Little with a 6, not happening. And P-Jet, last one with Reflex, gets a 1-5-2. And Glenn B with Reflex holds him off. Now we'll see who moves up here to the middle group. Bob B up, and he moves up. 3 turns left. Here at Martinsville, Virginia, we got another middle group. This time it is Skill. Skill in the middle group. Bob B, a 5 not happening. D. Scott Howard with Skill. A 6 not happening. Fan-O-Matic, a 4 not happening. Roger Ward with Skill. Gets a 1-5-2. Glenn B does not have Skill, so Ward will go from 16th up to 6th. Next up is Hammer Time. A 4 not happening. Keith Avalon with Skill. Gets a 4 not happening. Dave Little with Skill. Gets a 4 not happening. P-Jet gets a 1-3-2. And Amish Elvis doesn't have Skill, so P-Jet goes from 9th up to 4th. And the last one in the middle group with Skill is Big Don. And 6 ain't going to get it. Turn 24. 2 turns to go. And we got a bottom group of 6. That'll be Heat in the bottom group. Steve R, last week's winner, made it the whole way up to the top, but then had that pit violation. A 5 not going to make it. The 88 of Hess gets a 1-1-5, goes from 29th up to 9th, drops Amish Elvis back. Clinton Park with a 6 ain't happening. Sean D with triples has a problem. Sean D has a problem. It's a 15. Cut tire causes wreck. Roll for trouble. And caution comes out. Caution comes out. And we'll roll for the trouble for him. Everybody moves up. That stops that. Takes a 4 to stay in the race for Sean D. Nope, Sean D is out of the race, unable to fix the car. He'll finish 35th. And we'll go into overtime here because that was yellow flag takes us to turn 25. So we'll have the great green-white checker here on turn 26. So white flag is out. White flag is out. And we got a top group of skill. Skill in the top group. First one up is myself. Glenn P does not have skill. Can I get the lead? It takes a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to get him. A 1/6. I get the lead. Dwayne Marks gets the lead here on turn 26. Can I hold on here? Next up is Howard. Takes a 4, 5, or 6 to beat me. A 5, 5 not happening. P-Jet with a chance to get me. A 6, 2 not happening. Chris Strat with a shot at me. A 5, 6 ain't happening on Michael B. Last chance. A 2, 3. I got skill. I hold him off and win the race. Yours truly wins the race. Leads the last and most important lap. So the 26th of March, 21 of March wins the race. Takes that Ford into victory lane. Finishing second is Michael B in the 1 car. Finishing third in the 76 car is Chris Strat Delaware. Finishing fourth in the 44 car, our champ, P-Jet. Finishing fifth in the 9 car is Fast Eddie. Finishing sixth in the 24 car is Ward, Roger Ward. Finishing seventh in the 4 car is Glenn P. Finishing eighth in the 5 car is Big Don. Finishing ninth in the 88 car is H. Hess. Finishing round out the top 10, our pole setter in the 96, Des Cortez, finishes 10th. Finishing 11th in the 45s, Dave Little. Finishing 12th in the 73 is Michael P. Finishing 13th in the 14 car is Darla. Finishing 14th in the 1 car is Keith Avalon. Finishing 15th in the 34 car is Hammer Time. Finishing 16th in the 23 car is Glenn B. Finishing 17th in the 19 is Phantomatic. Finishing 18th in the 13 car is D. Scott Howard. Finishing 19th in the 69 car is Bob B. Finishing 20th in the 68 car is Jim Cutter. Finishing 21st in the 97 car is Sarah Reynolds. Finishing 22nd in the 55 car is Troy Carter. Finishing 23rd in the 55 car also is Paul Govier. 55 back-to-back with Carter and Govier. Finishing 24th in the 17 car is David Demos. Finishing 25th in the 26 car is Tim Trobfan. Finishing 20th in the 26th. Finishing 26th in the 20 car is Bobby Catalino. Finishing 27th in the 88 car is Clinton Parks. Finishing 28th in the 00 is Amish Elvis. Finishing 29th in the 17 car is Keith White. Finishing 30th in the 22nd car is G-Puck. Finishing 31st in the 79 car is J.B. Gorman. Finishing 32nd in the Deuce, the 2 car Double D. Finishing 33rd, last week's winner in the 25 car, Steve R. And last car still running on the track, and the 18 car is Rob. Hope y'all enjoyed the race. I want to thank Phil for stopping by here. Go over to his channel. He's been doing a lot of history maker highlighter hoops there. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down in the bottom right corner. Hit the like button. Leave any comments and suggestions you got in the comment section. Again, thanks for watching. Hope y'all have a great afternoon and enjoy your Memorial Day holiday. And don't forget, the reason we're celebrating is for those fellows and women that gave their lives for this country. And again, God bless and have a good one.